Hey, welcome to Marvelous Junk. My name is Enzo. I'm here with the lovely Chad. Hello, Chad.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
How are you?
In there.
How are things?
Things are good. Today has been kind of a hectic day, or I don't know, in general. I've got, but before this, like earlier today was like trying to get caught up on my Disneyland videos because I still haven't finished editing all of those. And then I got started, I only just got started on this year's Halloween video, so that's fun. But yeah, so I mean, it's good, but it's just been a little hectic today. How about you?
I'm doing good. I've just kind of been in this weird. I've been thinking about downsizing, and I'm kind of in the process of downsizing. So that's kind of why I suggested the topic, and hopefully everyone here is into that. That's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's see who is here. Angela, welcome. I think everyone could use a little downsizing, honestly.
From time to time.
Hello, Keith. Hello, Catherine. Hello, from Canada. Diane. Hello.
Hi, Dan.
Hello, Alex J. Hello, Kennetha. Hello.
I'm just going to keep waving.
Hello, Olivia.
Hey, Olivia.
RCCC, Jamie, Meryl, yes, Bell. I feel like one of those preschool shows where they like call out all the kids' names in the class. Bida, hello. Megan. I don't know if I said hello to you, Megan, but hello again if I did. Kelsey, hello. Miyagi from Florida. Stay safe, Florida, Miyagi. There's a big old storm coming your way, depending on where
you're at.
Barbara, hello. LaShawn.
Hey, LaShawn.
Megan. Rent a Crew, hello. Thomas. Fat Steve. I agree. I need a plate of cookies. And yes, the class is very active. So, let's see.
We'll take attendance. As he was saying your name, everybody should have said here.
Here. Exactly. All right, cool. So yeah, we are going to talk about downsizing your collection, and this applies to like any kind of collection, really. It's anything that you collect. It doesn't have to be dolls. Number one, the one thing I want to say is, to start off, is that downsizing sucks. It sucks to have to feel like, whether it's a choice or whether it's a forced thing, it sucks to kind of give up your stuff, because obviously you acquired your things because you wanted those things, most likely, and sometimes you have to make some tough choices, and yeah, it sucks and it's hard, and we all have to go through that at some point. You can't just I guess you could just collect and collect and collect, but most of us don't have, number one, unlimited space.
The struggle is real.
and unlimited money. So those are two kind of big things.
And I think that's a really good point that you bring up of like, It kind of depends on the reason for it. Because if you're in a place where it's a space issue or it's a like even worse, like a money issue or something like that, that would just really suck if you have to downsize your collection because not by your choice. You know, if it's not your choice and you have to downsize, that's just kind of an unfortunate circumstance. But for me, like I started downsizing was it last year? I have no concept of time recently, but I think it was last year, maybe a year and a half ago is when I technically started. I don't know. Anyway, I did it by choice. I mean, partially because of a space issue, like very much so because of a space issue. But if it was just a space issue, I could put dolls in storage and like hold on to them and whatever. But it was getting to a point to where I would look at actually, for me, the breaking point for me was when I got all of my dolls out and like put them out on like the couches and the tables and everything to see how many I had and organize everything, because then I could actually see everything. And I realized there's a lot of them that just don't make me happy anymore. And that was kind of like the beginning for me. I was like, okay, I can start letting things go because I just don't want these over here or these, you know, like whatever. And so it was more of a choice because like I just wanted to let them go. Like I didn't want them anymore. So if it's that kind of downsizing, then that could be a positive thing. That's a, you know, but then again, also like if you have to get rid of them now, it's like, now I got to find a way to get rid of them.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm out of space and a big thing is like, just like my taste have changed. What I'm into has changed. Like what I want to collect has changed. So I'm kind of reevaluating everything I have and kind of Maria Kondoing everything, I guess. You know, does it bring me joy? Does it make me happy? Am I gonna, you know, do I look at it and feel something? As corny as it sounds. But,
no, you're gonna have to look at some of that stuff and thank it for being here and let it go.
right. And like personally, like a lot of the stuff that I have is like, I don't know. I'm not really vibing, honestly, and it sucks. It sucks to be in that place where it's like, yeah, I could get rid of like half of my collection and be fine. Like,
right.
Especially like with me specifically, I want to get more into like vintage dolls, specifically like, you know, mostly male dolls, but also female dolls. But that's kind of where I'm heading with stuff. And I do have a lot of like playline stuff, which I'm kind of like falling out of love with. So I'm like trying to figure out, okay, how do I get rid of this stuff? How do I make space for the stuff that I actually want?
Right.
So yeah, those are reasons to downsize. I don't know. I can't think of any other reason besides like kind of like your taste of change or what you're interested in. We have financial reasons, lack of space. Is there another one that you can think of?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's the money, the space, or the you know, like I'm looking at it as like curating your collection, right? Like, because for me, that's I think both you and I are kind of at that point in our collecting journey, I guess, where we're kind of finding what we do like, because there's a difference between loving something and being excited about it. Because when something new comes out, it's easy to be excited about it and want to buy it because you're excited. But do you actually love it? Maybe not. You don't know necessarily right off the bat, especially if you're just looking at pictures online before you know. But I've just gotten to that where I'm like curating. Like I really want to like kind of hone in what I want my collection to even be, because it's all over the place. And I'm kind of a completionist. So when I start one thing, like I did it with Ever After High, which, I mean, they ended, so it was a little easier because they only had, a few years worth of dolls, and they only had a set number, and they stopped making them. So I was able to kind of, almost complete that set. But, I couldn't allow myself to do that with any of these others, especially not like Rainbow High or Monster High. Like how many dolls are currently out and each of the generations and stuff like that. So, and I don't even like all of them. So now it's just curating. And I think that's the one that I'm doing right now. Luckily, it's not the money thing or the space. Well, it is the space, but.
Let's go to the chat real quick. So LaShawn finally created his Instagram. What did you name it? What did you decide on?
Drop the @ put the @ in the chat. Drop the link so everybody can go follow you.
Yeah. Brian. Yeah, it's hard. So the thing with like new releases, and I blame social media for this. When new dolls come out or they're announced that they're coming out, there's just the FOMO is real, and yeah, and I do blame social media for this because, like, a lot of people talk about it, talk about the dolls, and they get really excited, and that gets you excited, and I think it's like a mind game, it's like I don't know, you kind of get sucked into this like thing, and then you end up buying it because everyone else is buying it because you don't want to be left out, and then you end up maybe regretting it, maybe not, I don't know, but it's tricky. I'm trying to be better about not getting like worked up when I see something that I like or that I really want. Like I try to like sit with it. Also, even like before I buy it, I like to just like not even maybe like put it in the cart or something, and then just kind of like let it go. And if I come back to it, and I still want it, then I'll buy it. It's harder to do that with what do you call it, like Mattel Creations or
I was just gonna say about that because with so kind of like the thought that I had was I was thinking back to like 8 or 9 years ago. It was actually collecting was more fun and more exciting to me 8 or 9 years ago. Now, partially because now I'm in a little bit better of a situation where I can, like, I'm fortunate enough that I can afford the hobby the way that I'm currently collecting. And back then I was in a different financial situation, but, also, like, I mean, they're obviously like, there've always, since the 90s have been collector dolls and limited edition releases and stuff like that truly were limited, and the Disney Store limited edition, all that stuff. But it was not like today. Like the FOMO was not as big of a thing. Also, social media wasn't as big. I mean, obviously the pandemic played a huge part into that. It even like kind of the trajectory of my YouTube channel like started soaring because of the pandemic, so I can't like be mad at it, but yeah, like the collecting scene went from like this niche thing that people just kind of did themselves, and it just really went online onto social media and everything, and now the doll companies have like caught on and they create this false scarcity or whatever people are calling it, so that FOMO situation it's not just a mindset, it is a real thing. Like when things are so difficult to get, so that definitely I'd be lying if I said there were not some panic purchases in there in my collecting history.
It's a thing, and it's like, you just have to like kind of try to like pull yourself out of that mindset of like I have to have this right now. Also, with like, I'm finding that with dolls, they'll go on sale. People will buy them, and then they go on sale. They go on sale, like they get discounted eventually. So if there's something that you really want, you'll probably be able to get it if it's not a collector doll or whatever. But if it's like a Playline doll, or even like something that you can get at like Target or Amazon or whatever, you're probably gonna be able to get it later on. You just have to be patient,
Right. Yeah. No. That's why. That's why I'm not like on my channel. Like I don't always have the newest dolls that I'm reviewing, unless if it's like one of the limited edition or whatever, because then I'll get it and I'll review it. But a lot of the Playline stuff, it's like I know it's going to go on sale. I know it's going to be available. It's going to be a wide release. So I don't. I for a little while I was doing it, and there have been a couple dolls like the live action Little Mermaid dolls and stuff like that I did that. But and sometimes like I'm just excited, so I do go out because it's a genuine thing. But I've just learned that it's like I want to try and get it on sale, especially if I'm not 100%, like if I'm not in love with it. I want to try and wait for a sale. Like, people ask me like, are you going to get this? Are you going to review it when it first comes out? I'm like, no, go watch like It's Peachy Reviews or something like that, because they do great reviews and have great, like they're on top of it with the timing and it being like super new and fresh. But like for me, it's like, I'm not gonna like go, like bend over backwards to be the first person to get that doll and stuff like that, especially if I can get it on sale later.
That's gonna hurt your wallet for sure.
Oh God, yeah.
Kelsey wants to give you props on your Disney videos.
Oh, thank you. I've got a few more coming out this week, so.
What am I interested in collecting, Diane? It's I really want to get more into male dolls and vintage dolls specifically. I've kind of fallen in love with just like older. Are you scratching something?
I'm sorry. Like, don't mind me. I've got this like shaved ice, but it's like a solid block of ice, and I'm trying to like scrape pieces. I didn't think about the fact that you can hear that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put that aside.
That's fine. I was just like, what's that noise?
Everybody's like people with headphones are watching this. They're like, what is going on?
So like a mouse?
Don't mind me while I'm sitting here trying to eat my shaved ice. Yeah.
So vintage, more like vintagey dolls, male dolls, collector dolls, stuff like that. I'm trying to stay away from the more like Playline stuff. So
Chris Dang is like Chad doing ASMR. Yep, unintentionally doing ASMR. But no, I was actually going to ask you about that. If there was because you mentioned the vintage dolls. I know this is kind of like off topic, but like, is there any particular lines or brands that you have your eye on that you were looking at as far as like vintage?
Vintage. I mean, Barbie is like probably it that I know of for now. Okay. But like I do enjoy I do love like the weird like off-brand lines, and I do intend on collecting those as well. I don't know. I mean, I don't know them off the top of my head, but anything from like the 70s, 80s is probably going to be into.
Kind of like the ones where it was like it kind of looked like a Barbie clone, but it was like it had like animal heads, like a hippo head or something like that. You have one of those, right?
Yeah. I love those like weird dolls. Like they're like amazing to me. So yeah, and also like more of the apparently I'm into dolls with that are anatomically correct. So that's kind of a thing I want to explore some more. I don't know.
I haven't gotten into those as much, only because I really like articulation, but I would not mind getting a Tom of Finland just because, like, I mean, like, anatomically correct aside, like, he actually kind of looks like a cool doll anyway. Like, I don't know, like, he's one that I like, that I would actually kind of be interested in getting for my own collection. I've had my eye on, I keep forgetting to get him, but yeah, because I've also been into the vintage stuff. I don't have like my style isn't as like abstract as some of the ones that you're referring to, like the animal head ones, or like some of the weirder dolls from the 70s and stuff like that. But I've also been like really kind of other than like the Disney releases recently, but I've been looking at like some vintage stuff, and I really want to get some of the I don't know if you remember, like from the 80s, like the cupcake dolls from I think it was Tonka, and like they look like cupcakes, and then you flip them out, and then the cupcake liner becomes the skirt. I want to get some of the, like I had a couple when I was a kid, and I really want to get some more. And then like they had like the My Pretty Mermaid dolls. I loved those. Same thing. I had a couple when I was a kid. Cherry Mary Muffin I never had. I always wanted it, but I never got one. So I really want a Cherry Mary Muffin. And like Lady Lovely Locks was the other one that I that one I actually didn't know about when I was a kid, but I knew about the little pixie tails. They were the little hair clips. They're little animals that you clip in her hair, and they have a long lock of hair that you can add to hers. But yeah, those are some of the ones that I'm interested in. But those are like specific brands that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I'm putting myself on the spot.
I mean, I'm sure if I sat down and thought about it, I could probably come up with some stuff. But I also love like vintage like toys, like action figures, and that like the weird like like random toys from when I was growing up. And so I'm not veering away from dolls. Like I'm still gonna stick to dolls, but I think I'm also I want to expand into more other things, you know. So
because is it you also like Masters of the Universe?
Yeah. That's like a big.
Yeah, I was like, I think I remember you talking about there's a couple of those that you mentioned. I don't remember all of them, but that was one of them I think I remembered.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The Nugget Buddies from McDonald's are also pretty amazing.
Yeah, I remember those. Oh my gosh, there's so many Happy Meal toys from when I was a kid that I wouldn't mind getting again. I don't need them because I, once again, don't have bringing it back, roundabout, circle moment here to the topic at hand. I don't have the space I don't necessarily need because I'm, in the process of downsizing, but I wouldn't mind being able to just hold and play with some of those toys that I had when I was a kid, like specifically Happy Meal toys.
Well, you can justify that. So if you like get rid of like something, you just bring something in. So, And there you go. And I don't have to display it necessarily. I can have it and then I can put it in storage. And then when I think about it, get it out, I also think about dinosaurs with my loved ones. I mean, that's a real thing, like for sure. Like, when you are gone, like it's like, unless you specify, okay, I want all my stuff donated, or I want, this collection to go here and there. It is a lot for people to kind of deal with. I can't imagine like if I were to croak tomorrow, I'm sure Dave would just be like, all right, everything's going to Goodwill.
Right. I think that's a conversation I need to have with my family. I'm like, okay, so my collection has now gotten to the point to where I should probably, there should be a plan. I've got like one or two that I might want to be buried with. And then the rest, it's like, okay, so the girls get a couple, like give them to my nieces and nephews and like whatever. If they want, they get first dibs.
Which one do you want to be buried with?
Well, probably some of the My Little Ponies, like the ones that my grandma got me, would be one of them. And then I don't know. There's probably like one of my Alice dolls that I just really really like, or like one of my Ever After High dolls, or something like one of my Madeline Hatter, just because they're like one of my favorites. But yeah, so like I know I should probably like sit down and be like, okay, so like if the kids want a couple of the Playline ones, that's fine. I should make a spreadsheet so they can look at it and then know which ones are actually worth something. And I'm like, sell them and use the money to pay off bills and stuff like that. Mama Marvelous is in the chat. Hi, Mom. Oh, and she's at my grandparents' house. So I don't know if my grandparents and my dad and Debbie everybody's watching. But hi, everybody. Hi, family.
Hi, Marvelous family. Go and follow Dolls to the Wall on Instagram.
Oh, I'm gonna do it right now.
I will do it in a second. Let's see. Remy Lemon, love the name. It's about being intentional. Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to phrase it. Being intentional about your purchases. Goofy Boofy, hello, hello.
There was a period of time where I was not being intentional with my purchases, and that resulted in that's part of those panic buys I told you about.
Correct. Do you have time to maintain your collection? And more importantly, do you have time to enjoy your collection? Right.
Very true.
I just started collecting my scenes. I feel guilty buying a Bratz doll. Oh God. Okay, this is really off topic. The whole Bratz debacle. I feel so bad for Bratz fans. That sounded like a nightmare. What went down?
So somebody posted a meme, and it was so funny. I wanted to repost it, but I thought it would be in poor taste, and I didn't want to like hurt anybody's feelings. But it was like a meme of somebody like sitting back with like popcorn, and they're like, yeah, I know, like whatever. And it said like me sitting back watching Bratz fans freak out over like what's going on or whatever, and you know, me as like a Mattel collector, or I'm not a Mattel stan or whatever, but like I primarily collect Barbie and Monster High and Disney, so, and that's all Mattel. Yeah, no, it's like I've had to deal with Mattel Creations for a while. I've recently had to deal with the Shop Disney situation. So like it happened with Bratz. It's, you know, like whatever. That's like the thing. But yeah, it really did kind of suck. Like that's especially because like so many people made so many good points about the fact that the property that they were partnering with is Mean Girls. It is it has a cult following at this point, basically. It's a very popular movie. And unless if for some reason they could not get full licensing to make more to do a wide release, why didn't they? You know, like it's one of those things where extremely limited. Why? Yeah.
Well, it's drumming up that like scarcity thing. It's like,
yeah, exactly, that we were talking about before. Yep.
It's like you don't need to do that. Like people will buy these dolls. Like obviously they will buy the dolls. So why are you limiting them to this like time? The amount is insane. Like how like the run of it was like under 5,000 or something. Like it was. Did we get a number for the Bratz dolls for Caddy? We did. Maybe we didn't. But I don't know. It's all whatever.
Meanwhile, if you go over to shopdisney.com, I think that Ariel and the Queen of Hearts are still there.
I need everyone in the chat to give me all the good juju that I get Gaston on Tuesday. I hope I can get him. I'm a little nervous, but I'm hoping I can get him. So
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to knock on wood. But I don't think you're going to have. I think you'll be able to get him. But like I said, knock on wood. But yeah, I realized like you don't need to refresh the page. Just pull up the website early enough. Make sure you pull up the listing, and once it says you're in the virtual checkout, leave it, and then like come back and do your thing. But I don't know, because the thing is, I think everybody freaked out because Alice seemed to sell out, but I think that was a glitch because she came back and people were able to get her at that point. And like, if Ariel is still available, like that's telling me, like Ariel is popular. And while they did make more of Ariel because they knew she's more popular, she's still there a week later on the website, still available to buy her. So you might be okay. So is the Queen of Hearts, which I bought both of them, by the way. I caved. They were there. I was like, they didn't sell out immediately, and I caved. I got both Ariel and the Queen of Hearts, so they're coming. But nice. Hopefully you'll be able to get Gaston without any issues or major problems.
Everyone will know on Instagram for sure. I'm sorry you missed out on Hocus Pocus. That's a bummer. The Hocus Pocus dolls, they were on for a second. They weren't sold out until like later. Yeah,
that's another one that, and Okay, one of my friends on Instagram, I was talking to him, and we were kind of like talking about that. Where I was saying, we're wondering if it's because they've learned and they're making more of them, like so they're available, or are they fixing the issues so that way people aren't buying them as fast, so they're still available, so people have a chance to buy them, or are people just not buying them? You know what I mean? Like, because there is that, because, they're Monster High dolls and they're at a much lower price point than their Disney Store counterpart from 2 years ago, whenever it was. So, and they got the same kind of hate that almost every Monster High doll gets. So, like, because they were slightly lower quality, or, whatever. I wonder if people just aren't buying them. But either way, I was kind of surprised that they didn't sell out as quickly as they did. I did get them. I was able to get them, by the way. So those are also coming in.
Hello, Rhonda. Hello, XOXO Brittany. Let's see. Oh, you got 2 of the Katie Bratz dolls. That's amazing. Lucky you.
Hey, bro, I might need to message you privately and work something out. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't. But that's good, though. I'm glad you're able to get them. You're one of the apparently 7 people that got them, according to the Doll Daddy.
Yeah. Amazon Prime. Las Muñecas. Hello. You're welcome. Rose Petal Place. I haven't heard about Rose Petal Place. Look that one up.
Oh, those are cute. So it's another doll line from the 80s.
Okay.
Right up the same kind of. They remind me of Strawberry Shortcake.
Got it.
In fact, they might be also made by the same people. Was it Mattel that did Strawberry Shortcake? I don't know, but they're really cute. They're all like different flowers. Like, each one has like themed after a different flower. Like one's a buttercup, one's a rose, one's a daffodil, or whatever that is. These are really cute. Why did you do this? Now I have another doll. We're talking about downsizing, not adding to the collection.
Oh, great. Hello. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Rocio? Rocio, maybe? Rocio? Right?
We'll go with that until you correct us. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, the 12 Days of Christmas. Barbie should be. We should be seeing stuff about that soon.
I really liked the first one, and I didn't get her, and I'm mad at myself for not getting her. Or the one that, I don't know if they've done it for many years or whatever. The one that came 2 years ago, that one was really, really pretty. I like that one.
Yeah, they're pretty. I just wish they weren't so expensive.
Honestly, that's probably why I didn't get it, is because of how pricey it was. But I haven't been buying that many Playline dolls, and I've pretty much only been getting the collector ones. So my purchases are like further apart from each other, but each individual one's more expensive. So I don't know if it's balancing out for the amount of money I'm spending. I don't know.
Okay.
Doll will go into storage.
Yeah, for sure. The Bratz dolls and the Barbie and Disney and LOL and Rainbow High, all the dolls.
Honestly, any doll line for the most part, unless if I genuinely do not like the base doll itself, the design of the doll for one reason or another, like Diva Stars. Sorry, no. But I think usually like there will be at least one doll in most doll lines that I will like.
Glamour Gals. I'm looking at my Glamour Gal right now. She's amazing. Dawn dolls. I vaguely remember Dawn dolls.
Are Glamour Gals smaller dolls?
Yeah, they're like the 3-inch. Yeah.
I'm looking at pictures of them right now. Oh, those are pretty. running out of space. Yeah, that's like the biggest thing, especially unless if you have a really big house with multiple rooms that you can display your collection.
Right. This is true. People they don't know what to do with their doll collection, so they throw everything onto eBay, and sometimes that's good for buyers because they're like, oh, you don't know what you're selling. I will gladly pay this amount. So,
honestly, hold on, I got a cough. Mute. There. Okay, I didn't want to cough in your ear. But yeah, like for me, I mean, I know it's kind of like on the agenda. We'll get to this topic, but like wanting to go about like the process of getting rid of the dolls once I've decided to like part with them. I don't need to make a lot of money. If I'm being completely transparent, like my YouTube channel from the AdSense that I make is kind of like allowing me, like helping me to pay for the hobby. You know what I mean? Like it's an expensive hobby, but the AdSense is helping. So like I feel like by sharing it with other people, making videos, I am able to not feel guilt or like whatever, I don't, the amount of money that I'm spending on it is not like coming out of my day job's paycheck in the same way. So because of that, I don't mind if I sell them for cheap. And the same thing, like if for some, God forbid, something happens to me and like my family has to deal with my doll collection, like obviously like if there's a couple ones that look like collector dolls, look it up and see if it's worth something. But I don't mind if they just start selling things that, just to get rid of it, because then there will be other collectors out there possibly that can get some dolls at a decent price. So, and everybody's waiting for me to croak so that way my dolls go on eBay for a low price.
Like, I don't want this stuff. Just sell it. I don't care. When is your Alice review coming out?
For the Masquerade Alice? I haven't done it. I'm going to say November. And that's only because I have so many videos for Disneyland still, and going into October, I'm going to be like trying to focus more on Halloween stuff and Monster High. But once we get into November, then I can go back to like things as they normally are. So I'm going to try and get caught up with some of my my other doll reviews, like my Disney doll reviews and stuff like that. And because I also got like the Cinderella stepsisters from the Masquerade collection and stuff, so I'm going to do those in November. I should have done them already because like by November, nobody's going to care and those videos aren't going to perform as well, but whatever. Like that's just when they're going to end up being. So to answer your question.
So I'm going through the chat. We're not. We're just kind of going through. We're not ignoring you. It's just there's a lot of people in here. I'm just kind of skimming. So if we don't address your question or comment, then just type it again, and we'll take a look.
So for context, so everybody knows, when we do these live streams, Marvelous Junk is broadcasting to both Enzo's channel and my channel at the same time. So by the way, if you're coming from my channel, go subscribe to Enzo if you haven't already. But because of that, it may only look like there's a certain number of people watching. Right now, there's 90 people in the chat. And there's way more of you than there is of us. So when we're trying to keep up with the chat, but if we miss your comment, it's not obviously on purpose. Just know we always have to say something because there's always somebody in the chat that gets angry and asks why we're not replying to them or whatever. It's like, because we didn't see your message. I'm sorry.
we love each and every one of you. We're not ignoring.
Yes.
So this question, let's just talk about how to downsize or what are the ways to downsize. Selling is definitely one of the ways to downsize. eBay, Mercari, Facebook, etc. My favorite site to sell on is eBay, just because I'm very familiar with it. I feel like it's a pretty easy way to sell stuff. You're kind of protected with from like scams, and everything is like legit. They will take money. eBay will take money, obviously, for the sale, but I mean, most sites do, but I feel like eBay takes a lot, but it's just easy for me. Also, while we're talking about it, I do want to say I do have an eBay account that is the junk drawer account that I will be putting stuff up on. Actually, there is stuff up on there right now. So if you wanted to search the junk drawer, THEE junk drawer, I have a handful of Rainbow High. I don't know if you can see them. And I am selling my Dead Fat Schoolia. So just wanted to put that out there. But I will be adding to my eBay store. I don't know why they go to the store, but yeah. So that's how I'm going to be downsizing. I'm going to be mostly selling reasonable prices. I'm not upcharging or anything. I'm that's weird to upcharge as a collector to other collectors. So, but yeah, so that's one way. I don't know. Do you sell? Have you sold anything online?
So I am the king of procrastination, and no, okay. So a year and a half ago, I was organizing all my dolls, and I mentioned that I started kind of separating the ones that I want to get rid of, or the ones that I'm willing to part with, and everything. And I realized I have like 10 grocery bags packed full of dolls that I just don't want, that I want to get rid of, and that I've like decided to part with, basically. And because of the sheer number of them, I'm like tempted to just donate them, but I kind of don't want to do that. Like I was like, if I sell these, even if I do it at a really low price, I could make a decent amount. That's like a lot of gas money right there. Or I could pay my insurance bill that would, But anyway, so I want to sell them. I have not gotten rid of them. So I went to my grandmother's house over the summer sometime. I don't remember what month it was. And where she lives is a gated community, and they do like an annual weekend where they're allowed to have yard sales. So she had a yard sale or garage sale or whatever, and I went up there to help her with it. And I brought all my dolls and a few other like some books and stuff I wanted to get rid of, but I had tons of dolls, and I sold quite a few. Like I was surprised at how many I sold. I was even more surprised with as many as I sold, how many I still had to lug back home that didn't sell. But I have a lot more. So that was the first way that I sold them, was just at a garage sale. Like I sold them but unfortunately they didn't go to collectors. A couple did go to kids, which is great. They're going to get played with, but they were super, super cheap. Kind of like I just want to get rid of them. But now that that's done, I do kind of I've been dragging my feet, but I've been wanting to create either Whatnot, but I don't know if I can handle that, because I don't know how, like I've seen how it goes, and I'm just not like sure if I'm like tech savvy enough to like handle a live stream while selling and all that, whatever. But I want to look into it. But then there's also Mercari, and then there's eBay, and there's like pros and cons to both. But I want to create an eBay storefront or whatever, and start selling some of these dolls. And then that way I can actually advertise through my YouTube channel to my audience. So if there is any of you watching that would want to buy any of my dolls, then like you can get them, and you can get them at because I don't care about making profit on them. Like I already like crap on resellers enough that it's like, why would I do that? You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably, plus I made a little money from the YouTube video I made on it. But yeah, I want to make a store. I want to make a storefront. I just haven't looked into how to do it, or what I need to do, or like getting shipping materials and stuff like that. Cause once you start selling, you got to actually send it. So there's just logistics that I haven't done yet.
Yeah, you can't see it, but off to my side, I have a big box of like shipping boxes. I have what do you call it, bubble wrap. So like I've done this one or two times before, but yeah. So that's the one way is to sell your stuff. You can also donate to like a Goodwill or a thrift store or whatever. That's probably the easiest thing to do is just kind of be like collect everything and But to your point, like selling, you did spend money on these things, and you want to get like some kind of return, even if it's like minimal.
Right? Yeah.
Like I don't want to like just like throw this you're basically throwing money away. I mean, depending on what you're want to give away or whatever, but I don't know. I think it's okay to want to get something out of what you've put into it.
Well, right, because there is inherent value in something that is collectible. I mean, right. At the end of the day, like if somebody wants it, there is a relative value, and I mean, like some people take advantage of it. Like obviously, like the resellers and stuff like that. But and it makes sense. Plus, by selling it and getting a little bit of some kind of return on that investment, you're able to continue. You're able to add, you get rid of the old, so that way you're able to then get the new stuff.
Right. Have you started your pony?
I have. Get ready for a jump scare. If you want to see the before, I have two of them. That's why. So I'm customizing the bride pony, and you'll have to wait to see what she turns into, what she ends up. But I finally started today. I literally just started today, because anytime when you film something, it takes 2 to 3 times longer to do the entire process. And I had to get it set up, and I don't have my crafting station anymore, so I had to do it at where I normally work. So, but anyway, so yeah, I've got rid of the hair and cleaned her off and stuff like that. She was really dirty, and I had to remove the hair, and now I have a blank canvas, and I'm going to be working on this throughout the week, and hopefully get her done by next week. Maybe, fingers crossed. We'll see.
Yeah, I was planning on doing a Halloween costume, and I still might do it. It's just a timing thing. So
it is. And I didn't want to put a lot of stress on myself this time around, because I usually start in September, but I went to Disneyland, and I did all of my preparations for that and everything. So I decided I'm doing a pony. Ponies, I only need hair and paint, and it's not even as much hair, because the reroute, you have two lines of hair instead of an entire doll head, and then the tail is super, super easy. It's one hank of hair. So that it's just, I'm like, easy mode. It's not going to take as much, and then when I'm done with that, I can just paint the eyes on and a cutie mark, and then call it a day. We're going to go to a pumpkin patch so I can take pictures and everything, because I think that'll be really cute. So, but
did you get the masquerade, Ariel?
I did. I caved. So I got Ariel, and I got the Queen of Hearts. I wasn't going to, but they didn't sell out right away. In fact, we just checked a few minutes ago, or a little while ago on the stream. I just checked, and they are still available. So if you wanted to get either of them, but I decided to get them. I don't know. She was staring at me. I had to get her.
Did you get any of those off-white Monster High dolls?
Oh, I was like, what is that name? I don't know what that name is. No, I did not get any of the off-white dolls. I don't even know if they're still available or not. I know they were available for quite a while. They did not sell out, but they were too expensive for me. Like, because Monster High dolls are already expensive, like the collector ones. But in my mind, I'm able to justify up to certain prices. Like when it's a movie character like Beetlejuice or the Addams Family or Creature from the Black Lagoon, whatever, they have to pay licensing and it's a collector doll, so maybe it's a little bit higher quality than a playline or something. Whatever it is, like I can justify the price, but those I could not justify the price for me, because I could care less about Off-White as a brand. I don't know anything about them. I'm completely indifferent to them, and I'm not paying that price tag for an Off-White branded Monster High doll, even though a couple of them had kind of cool designs, but they were just a little too expensive for me for what they were and what I just didn't want to get them.
Yeah, they were very, very specific. A doll collector group organizing a local, like a doll swap. That's a great idea.
That would be so cool. And I just found out. So if anybody who's been watching my videos for a while knows that, like, you know, when I go doll hunting, there is a place that I like to go called Toy Fusion. And it is a toy and collectible store. And sometimes they have dolls. Actually, they usually have dolls, just not a lot. And sometimes they even have My Little Ponies. So I get super excited. But it's a lot of vintage stuff. And every so often they have their toy, like their swap meets and their estate sales and other stuff. I've wanted to go there and like rent a space and sell my dolls. That's something I've also considered doing because I think that would be kind of cool. I just have to look into it and see how much it would cost me to do that. But anyway, that's besides the point. So apparently there's a Sacramento or Roseville. I think in Roseville they do a toy show twice a year, and it's them and 3 other toy stores that I did not know existed in my area. Like, so I'm going to be doing some doll hunting or just toy hunting in general to check out some of these other locations that are not too far from me that I did not know existed. Why did I bring this up? I forgot what I brought this up for. But
someone asked about or mentioned about doing like a swap.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, they were doing a the Roseville Toy Show or something like that, not too far from me, and all 4 of them got together, and it was an official event, and like. It's like that would be so cool to do like a local thing because there are a handful of my subscribers that actually are local here in like Citrus Heights or Roseville or Sacramento or whatever. But it's like that. I mean, it would be kind of cool to like meet some people and like put the name to the face. I'm not going to organize a meet and greet. I'm not a like big YouTuber with a big following that is going to act like a celebrity or anything, but it would be cool to do a toy swap or, you know, like that, a swap meet or meet up in that way. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, holiday camp would be fun, Angela. Maybe I'll put that on the list. Finally get a holiday can since Mattel seems to not like holiday cans.
Did they ever do that? Did they ever do a holiday Ken? No,
I've never seen a Ken dressed up for the holidays. I could be wrong. There may be one out there, maybe like an older one. No clue. Keegan, hello.
Hi.
Becky Beach Show podcast. Hello.
Hi, Becky.
What are you watching on TV? Are you watching yourself?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Pay no attention to the dolls in the background. So I'm doing okay. You caught me. So you know that thing that they do on TikTok where like they'll be talking or telling a story time or something, but then like next to it they'll have somebody like doing some kind of art project and it looks very satisfying, or like somebody playing Minecraft where they're jumping across things or whatever. It's because people don't have the attention span to keep watching, so they'll watch that while they listen to you. So that's I started doing that in my videos. I'm like, because otherwise it's just a black screen, you know, like I'm like, let me put something on, and it was one of the first things that came up, and I was like, oh, we're talking about downsizing our collection, and these are all like the secondhand dolls I went through my bin when I was trying to organize them, and I made a video about it. So it's kind of relative to what we're talking about, but yeah, you caught me.
We're on you.
Oh dear Lord! Hi, Debbie. Oh my God.
She made me bring her in. My God, Chad, you really should see about.
You should go away. Should stop. Okay, bye.
You really do need to see about.
No, I don't have a doll problem. I don't have a doll problem.
Population. Oh my God!
Is this a convention?
Oh my God.
Is that what
Hi,
this is?
Enzo. Hi, Enzo. I don't know if Diane's still here. Hi, Diane. Say hi, Diane.
So,
hi, everyone else. Sorry, you know us. We have to barge in.
There's 102 people. You need to address them by name.
Okay. Alphabetically.
Okay.
How you doing, Enzo?
Good. I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm Debbie. I'm the famous Debbie. Chad.
I know. You are famous.
She's also a little drunk right now. So. Oh, a little drunk.
Oh my gosh.
All right. We'll let you get back to your
Bye.
See you later.
That's amazing.
See, this is why you watch Marvelous Junk. You just never know what's going to happen.
So I agree, Tim. We need a holiday can of color. We need, 1,000% for sure. Let's see. Holiday can would be amazing. I might have to just do that. I think I might just do that.
It's like at this point that's the one option is like you probably have to customize one to get one.
Right. Now your mama telling you what to do on live. That's funny.
She's like, I knew what she was gonna say. She was gonna come in with a bit, and she was gonna be like, "You really need to downsize your doll collection." I'm like, "No, go away. I know."
So funny. Do you watch TLDR Explorer? I think.
Oh, and now my grandparents are coming in. I'm sorry, everybody.
No more gambling.
No more gambling. Online gambling.
Hi, we love our grandson.
The camera's right here. This is Grandma and Grandpa Incredible.
Incredibles.
Yes, The Incredibles.
Right. But we had to break in on you.
Of
So we'll
course.
let you go back.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, you guys got a great setup.
Yeah. If I had more space, it'd look a little bit more orderly, but don't pay attention to the room in the back.
Just catch you later.
See you later.
Bye. Getting the whole family excited, huh?
I have a whole family of hams, is what I have. I wonder where I got it. Oh my gosh.
TLDR Explorer. I feel like I have definitely seen his videos.
I don't hold on. Let me look that up because it's one of those. If I am not like actively watching them on a regular basis, I don't remember their channel name. So let me look it up real quick. So it was what TLDR Explorer.
Mm.
Let me check. And then come to find out I'm already subscribed or something. No, wait, TDR Explorer or TLDR? Because
TLDR.
Okay, because there is a TDR Explorer, but let me. I think that they might have accidentally added the L because I'm not seeing a TLDR.
Okay.
But I do see this person. I have not seen them before. So,
Okay.
Oh yeah, they said, okay, so I see. Kelsey said, yes, TDR is what they meant. Okay, so yeah, I actually have not. I'm going to keep the tab open and I'll have to check out their videos later on. I have not seen their videos before. So, oh, but they go to Tokyo Disneyland. Ooh,
yeah, they're based in Tokyo. I think they're Canadian.
Makes sense. I know it's like when somebody's like at Epcot and they're like, I'm gonna go to Mexico and I'm gonna have they're gonna go to Germany and they're gonna have a margarita, and I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, it doesn't match. One of these things is not like the other. I don't. No, I'm just joking. But there is a couple other YouTube channels though of people that are like, for one reason or another, they're in either like Hong Kong or Tokyo, but they're either Canadian or American, and they're there for work or for school or something. But they go to the Disney parks, and I do watch them. He's not one of them, but I always love finding new ones, especially for the parks that I don't go to, because this is the only way I can experience them is by watching their videos.
He's fun. He goes to Disneyland like all the time. He's always there. Are you getting the purple dress, Ariel?
Oh yeah, I already ordered that. She is on the way. She's in the mail. I'm gonna try and get another one because I really want to have one. She's one of the few that I want to have both in box and out of box. So,
Wicked dolls. What are your thoughts on the Wicked dolls? Are you getting any of them?
Okay, so I think I'm probably going to get one of them, but I think I'm going to wait until I see the movie because right now I don't have any emotional connection to them. I do like Elphaba. I think that the Elphaba doll is really pretty, and if anything, I'm probably going to get her regardless. The Ariana Grande one or the Glenda one looks like her eyebrows are just a little too high for me, like the face screen. I don't even think it's the mold. I think it's the face screening is a little off to me, but I'm slowly warming up to it. But I think once I see the movie, I will probably be more inclined. Like I'll find myself being like, "Oh, I kind of want to get the dolls now," you know.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't gotten any yet, though. Were you planning on getting any of them, or did you see any of them that you liked?
I'm just getting the guy doll. I don't even know who the character is. Yeah. But I definitely have him on order. I was actually just charged for him today. He doesn't come out until November, so I'm not sure why I was just charged, but okay.
Right.
Okay. How often do you swap out your display dolls? Do you ever swap out? So, in a perfect world, I would love to have a display that's like a shelf that's just like a seasonal shelf that I like, switch out the dolls and with like different cute little outfits or whatever. But I don't swap out my displays. The only time I swap out my displays is when I run out of room and I need to I want to put my new dolls up, so I have to like take stuff down, and so that's why I do that.
Right. I used to especially specifically for Halloween and then Christmas, I would switch things around, and then that gave me an excuse for the following year when I put everything back to do something for my normal year round a little different than I did the previous year. But that was when I had more storage space, because I had storage bins out in the other room that was connected to our kitchen. But since we're remodeling and extending our kitchen out, that room doesn't exist anymore. We're making our kitchen bigger. And so I had to put all of those storage bins into our shed or back here. This is why I have like such a big pile. It's literally storage dolls. And all my holiday stuff is under my bed up against the wall behind I'd have to literally dig the entire pile out to get to my holiday stuff. So I don't even know if I'm going to be I'm definitely not going to be doing Halloween decorating this year or switching my doll display. I want to do Christmas because I like having for my Christmas videos, I like having my Christmas tree behind me and like all that stuff, but I have to dig it out. So I'll probably do it by Christmas because I have a little more time, but definitely not for Halloween. Like it's too late in the season. I'm not going to bother.
Before I forget, if you're watching, whoever's channel you're watching on, don't forget to like the video. Or dislike it if you're like, this is awful, but I don't know why you would do that. But definitely like, and also subscribe to both of our channels.
Yes, I am going to challenge everybody watching. If you haven't already clicked like, try and like the video or the live stream you're watching, and then go to the other person's channel and like it. And the first person to do it wins. Yeah, because I can totally tell who. I don't know what you win praise. You win.
Yeah, praise. You are getting a holiday bell doll, right?
Yes, that was the other doll. I went to order that doll, and they had a discount, but I had to spend over a certain amount. So I was looking at the other dolls, and I'm like, I don't get paid until next week, and I'm like, how can I do this? So, but then I forgot. Mama Marvelous has a Disney card, and we're putting all the purchases on that, so that way she can get the points, and then I just give her the cash or whatever. I transfer Venmo the money. So I did that, but I still wanted to get the discount, and then I wanted to get free shipping. So I was looking at the other dolls, and I saw that they had that purple dress Mattel Ariel, which I was surprised because usually the Disney store online, the Shop Disney website doesn't normally carry the Mattel Disney princesses on their website. They only do the Disney store versions. And then they'll have the Descendants dolls, which are either by Hasbro or now Mattel. But for the Disney princess dolls, they don't usually do the licensed ones. So I was kind of surprised to see her there, but I was like, that's perfect because that was a doll I was going to be buying. I was planning on buying that one on Amazon, but this makes it so I don't have to. I can add it to this order, get the discount, get the free shipping. So she's on her way now, along with the holiday bell. I don't collect I don't collect the holiday Barbies, but the Disney princesses, that since they've been doing those holiday dolls, I am collecting those. I really am enjoying those.
I love you, Kelsey. Chad on your iPad. Me on your phone. That's amazing.
Kelsey, you're amazing. Kelsey won. She clicked on both of them. But you also, I'm not going to say you cheated. You were just very efficient because you had both of them up.
Obel also liked. Awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Obel won because they did it before we suggested it. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stop.
Yes, a like or a dislike is good. Any kind of interaction is great.
What is that picture? Oh my god.
It's amazing, whatever it is. It looks like a sculpture or something. That's pretty amazing.
I'm looking over here, and just out of the corner of my eye, I see a bug on my screen, and I'm like, what is that? It looks like a praying mantis or something. Now that I'm actually looking at it, okay, it's just
pretty amazing. So let's wrap it up, I guess. Downsizing. It's something that we eventually all run into, I feel like. So I'm downsizing. Chad's downsizing. We're all downsizing.
It's a downsizing party.
Hey. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. I think tonight went well. I think we got a lot out there, and a lot of you had input as well. And so let us know if you want us to do more of these topical videos, and we'll do more of them. So.
It was definitely fun because it was kind of nice to have a starting point and then just kind of do whatever, let it go where it may. And then, we had a couple surprises and then, a few guest appearances.
If you missed those, you should probably just watch the entire video again.
If you're joining us later in the stream and you missed the guest appearances, you need to go back and watch it.
Thank you as always for watching. Thank you, Chad, as always for joining. And
you as well. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, also, in case you didn't notice, we started an hour later, so we're going to try this time from now on. Hopefully this works for you. If not, we apologize. You can always watch the rerun afterwards. It kind of works better.
I saw a couple comments, somebody, or did they message? I think they messaged me directly on Instagram, and they're like, "Please don't, do your live stream later because whatever XYZ reason and stuff like that." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, we have to schedule it based off of our availability. It's like we could schedule it at an earlier time, but if we're not there, then what's the point of scheduling it for that time?" But it's just, it was a scheduling thing, and trying to make it work so that way, I don't, because it was me. I kept having scheduling conflicts. So that's what we'll call it. But hopefully we can do it more regularly, and it doesn't get it doesn't cause any issues or conflicts like that. So
Yeah. So I have like a fly or something that's trying to
you
attack
too? Me too. They literally. There was a couple times I don't know if they noticed, but I'm like looking at it fly across in front of me. But yeah, there's literally, or maybe it was here because now it's gone. It's gone over to your room now, or to your house. So
anyway, and on that note, thank you for watching. We will see you next time. I will be live streaming on Wednesday as usual, so go watch me on Wednesday. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking.
And I'll be live streaming at random. So good luck.
All right, bye.